cervical spine. If you start off with the cervical spine, I want you to think about 3 focal points when you're ready. So the first focal point, I want your feet to grip the ground and spread the floor apart. From there, contraction spills up through both legs. Second focal point, I want you to focus on the center of your body. So picture a dimmer switch or a green orb starts to become low-level vibrant in the center of your body. Third focal point, I want you to create 2 fists as you amplify contraction up through both arms. So the grip goes, everything else goes. Try to keep low level, so notice if your radiation is spiking up or spiking down. Try to keep it even. Starting off in home base in the cervical spine, I want your chin to flex down, position 1. We make our way towards the right as you rotate towards the right shoulder. Laterally bend towards the right shoulder. Consciously block the shoulders from moving as you extend all the way back and make your way towards the left side. From the left side, you laterally bend first. Then you rotate second. Then your chin scrapes across your collarbone, back to flexion. Bring your head back to home base, which is neutral. We're going to go towards the left side. Take your time to flex down. Bring your chin down towards your chest. Rotate towards the left. Laterally bend towards the left. Extend, expand the circle behind you. Consciously block any other body part from moving. Make your way to the right. Laterally bend first. Rotate second. Chin scrapes across the collarbone. Back to flexion. Bring your head back to home base in neutral. Awesome. Give yourself a hug. Chin stays glued towards your clavicle. Consciously block the hips moving, so picture everything below your hips is ossified in cement and it's not allowed to shift forward, back, or side to side. Segmentally flex down as you bring your shoulders, or try to keep your shoulders behind your hips. Come down in flexion, try to poke each individual vertebrae out of the back of your shirt, including your lower lumbar. From here, hold this position. You're going to rotate towards the right side. Do not let the left ASI joint fall. Rotation. From your rotation, you laterally bend on the right side. From the right side, you extend and elongate through each individual vertebrae as you make your way back. Patiently make your way over towards the left side as you laterally bend first. From your lateral flexion, you rotate and twist. From your rotation, you flex back to center. And then you reset back to home base or neutral. Go towards the opposite way, so flex down slowly. So it's like a domino effect, starting from the top vertebrae, working your way down towards the lower lumbar. Twist towards the left side. Right hip does not follow. Bend towards the left side. Extend and elongate through each individual vertebrae, create space. Make your way over towards the right direction. Don't cheat with the cervical spine. Keep the chin glued towards the shoulder or clavicle. Laterally bend, rotate, flex back to center, reset. We'll go both arms by the side for the scapula. General rule of thumb for the scapula, the hands can slide up when you elevate, the hands can slide down when you depress. But when you protract and retract, the elbows stay locked and the hands stay as is. Start off with protraction, so round the shoulder blades forward, but keep the hands as they are. Slide the arms up towards the shoulders, or shoulders up towards the earlobes. Retract the back, consciously block the elbows from bending. Depress down as the hands slide down, reset. Protract forward, elevate up, retract and squeeze back. Depress down, hold here, reverse, retract, elevate, protract, reset. depress, retract, elevate, protract, reset. Create a fist through your right arm, amplify contraction through the right arm. We're going to move through the left shoulder, home base position. Left arm comes up into your overhead flexion, position 1, transition. Freeze here, checkpoint. Notice where your sternum is, notice where your lower back is. Think about an X on your elbow eye. The X is facing your head. From here, you're going to axial rotate so the X does not face your head anymore. As you axially rinse, you're trying to rinse as much as you can, so you're twisting. As you twist, try to cut the angle as much as you can to overemphasize the largest diameter of circle you can draw. Keep trying to cut the angle and keep trying to rinse water out of the towel. Rinse so much that you max out your full internal rotation so your thumb faces back, your pinky faces forward. Now we rewind, you come back into your shoulder extension, this would be position 2. You unwrap so the elbow eye comes away from the body. Try to cut the angle as much as possible as you unwrap, and then bring your hand all the way up. And then reset, one more repetition each way. So bring your hands down towards the side, palms touching the side body. Arm reaches up. Self-induced tension, just enough that you're lighting up into the tissue, but not too intense. Axial rinse, so try to rinse water out of the towel so the elbow eye faces away from you. Try to consciously block the sternum from moving, the head from protruding forward. Keep wrapping and rinsing as much as you possibly can. Then you rewind the other way, come back, unwrap the shoulder, complete a large circle around, keeping that inner tension nice and active through the center of your body. Try to keep that elbow locked. Bring that left hand down towards your side, we'll move through the right arm. Magnify through the right hand, start to amplify contraction. Checkpoint, feet spread the floor apart, center your body is engaged, and then go to crying child in the stomach. Arm comes up, position 1, transition 1. Checkpoint, elbow stays locked, body stays as is. Elbow eye's facing you, elbow eye no longer tries to face you. Wrap and rinse, wrap and rinse, wrap and rinse. Keep rinsing, keep wrapping. Keep trying to cut the angle. Max out full internal rotation. And then rewind the other way. Come back into shoulder extension, unwrap the shoulder, keep the body tall, keep your full revolution around, reset, bring that hand back, one more repetition each way. Arm reaches up, freeze here, first roadblock. With your first roadblock, rinse and wrap. So twist your shoulder and try to complete a full rotation. Try to cut the angle as much as you possibly can. Once you max out full internal rotation, you just rewind and reverse the other way. Keep tension. Keep the torso as is. Very good job, guys. Awesome. So, elbow. With your elbow, we'll start off in a karate chop position. So think about the light on the palm. The light's going to shine forward. As you pronate, you're going to flex as much as you can so the light shines outside the shoulder. So when you come up into flexion, really try to keep the elbows glued towards the ribs. Keep the wrist and elbow as is. The light is shining outside the shoulder. Now when the light is shining outside the shoulder, you're going to pronate, shining the palm down towards the ground as you shift the palms in towards the midline and push the palms down towards the ground as you extend. Reset in your karate chop position. Shine the palm forward as you supinate. Flex. Make your way up towards the shoulder, shining the palm outside the shoulder. Get that ulnar to shift from the light shining outside to the light shining towards the midline. And then extend and push the ground away from you. Okay, bilateral with the wrist. It's a little bit of a brain jam here. So picture you have a leveler balanced on both forearms. And the ball or the bubble of the leveler is trying to stay in the middle of your forearm. So try to not let your forearm deviate internally or externally toward the midline or the lateral part of the body. You're going to adduct towards the midline, so your pinkies are going to come towards one another. Then you're going to extend, shine the palms forward. Then you're going to abduct, notice the minimal range there, notice the coupling pattern of the forearm wanting to join along. And then you're going to flex up towards your body. Adduct towards the midline, extend down, abduct away, and then flex up, reverse, abduct, extend, adduct, flex, one more revolution, adduct, extend, abduct, and flex. Grab something that you can hold on to, or a partner beside you, or a pillar. We're going to move around the left hip. So your right hand is going to need support. So right hand supports. Left hip is going to be the moving part. So left hip carve, standing. Lift your left leg off the ground just so it hovers. So that's your home base position. You're going to flex the hip up towards the chest, position 1, transition 1. You're going to abduct the hip away from the body, noticing the opposite hip does not want to follow. From here, you internally rotate, so you bring the knee down as you bring the heel up. Hold here. This is position 3. From position 3, you're going to extend and wrap the circle around to position 4, keeping the knee bent the whole time. We rewind. So you extend, you externally rotate, you bring the knee up towards the shoulder as you bring the heel forward, and then you bring the knee towards the chest. One more revolution around. Knee comes up, hip flexion, abduct the hip away. This is where it gets sticky. Knee comes down as the heel comes up. Try to keep your shin parallel if you can. And then extend and wrap the hip around. Rewind, so you extend. Abduct the hip like you're peeing on a fire hydrant. Then externally rotate, scrape the heel forward as the knee comes up. And then bring the knee towards the chest. Fantastic. Switch sides. Left hand support, right hip moving forward. Right leg just hovers off the ground. Knee comes up or hip comes up in deflection. Hip opens, notice the opposite pelvis. Knee comes down as your heel comes up. Notice the lateral shift. Just consciously block this, just level 1. Be aware. Then wrap and push. So push the knee and heel back at the same time as you try to almost draw a half arc or half circle behind you. Extend, abduct, like you're peeing on a fire hydrant. Then externally rotate, so scrape the heel forward as you bring the knee up. And then bring the knee towards the chest. We have one more repetition. Knee comes up, flex. Hip opens. Internally rotate, so the knee comes down as the heel comes up. Try to bring the shin parallel. Then push the knee and heel back at the same time as you extend and wrap. Extend back first. Abduct second. Externally rotate third. Bring the knee towards your chest. Very good. Back to that left hip. We can do the patella standing. So you're going to lock the knee and just kind of send the hips back a little bit. Make sure that your left quadricep is relaxed and make sure that your left knee is locked. With this position, we're just going to look at a standard clock. So you have your 12 and 6, which is up and down, and then you have your 3 and 9. Okay, from there, just kind of explore pockets and angles to move your patella around in a circular fashion. This is not possible if your knee's not locked and your quadricep is contracted, so make sure it's relaxed. Okay, switch sides, so just shoot the hip back, right knee locks, quadricep relaxes, and then just look at the component parts of the clock. You have up, down, side to side, and then angles in between. Back to the left knee. Support through the left knee. Have a bird's eye view on the femur, so try to not let the hip move. You're going to externally rotate through the tibia as your blade of the foot. So think about your blade of your foot's your pinky side, the big toe is your inner edge. So when you externally rotate, try to bring the blade of the foot out. It's almost like you're trying to pass a soccer ball with the instep of your foot, but you're not using the hip. Then you internally rotate, you bring the inner edge of the foot in, and then you expose the blade of the foot. Okay, one more time, we're going to hold the external rotation lock, and then you're going to flex. So when you flex, try to scrape the blade of the foot in towards you, and then push the inner edge of the foot forward. Then we switch. Internal rotation, scrape the inner edge of the foot towards you, and then push the blade of the foot away from you. One more time. External rotation, blade of the foot scrapes the ground towards you as you flex. Inner edge of the foot pushes the ground away from you or pushes the floor away from you as you extend. Internally rotate, bring the blade of the inner edge of the foot in, scrape the inner edge of the foot towards you, and then push the blade of the foot away from you. We'll switch sides. So start off with your axial rotation just to understand the tilting of the tibia internally and externally. Consciously block the hip from moving. So if you find you're having issues and you're moving through the hip, you can place your left hand on your hip just to give you a little tactile feedback so you don't want to move through the hip. Okay, let's hold external rotation. Scrape the blade of the foot in towards you as you flex. Then extend, pushing the inner edge away from you. Awesome. Let's switch the alignment. So inner edge, internal. Scrape the ground in towards you as you flex. And then push the ground away from you as you extend. Last time. External rotation, scrape the blade of the foot towards you. And then extend. Internal rotation, pull the ground towards you. And then push the ground away. Back to the left ankle, keep the knee locked. Use balance if you need. Home base is somewhat neutral. You're going to plantar flex, then you're going to adduct towards the midline, then you're going to dorsiflex, and then you're going to abduct away from the body, keeping the knee locked the whole time. So plantar flexion first, adduct towards the midline, dorsiflex up, try to get your toes towards your shin, and then abduct away from the body. Plantar flex down, come towards the midline, dorsiflex real hard, and then abduct away. Reverse, come back into your dorsiflexion, adduct towards the midline, plantar flex away, abducts. Switch legs. Remember, low level tension, just knuckle it up to the tissue. Level 1 cars consciously block. Plantar flex, adduct towards the midline, mold that into your dorsiflexion, really try to get those toes up towards the shin, abduct away, plantar flex down, reverse, come the opposite direction, overemphasize the size of the circle, find sticky zones and areas that you may want to skip over, lines of tension, lines of resistance, use this as an inventory checklist to get to know your body and what needs specific attention. Okay, last but not least, the toes. All toes come up. Try to create as much space in between each individual toe. So just lift all the toes up. Try to spread the toes wide, creating as much space in between each individual toe. Okay, then scrunch the floor like you're trying to pick the ground up with your toes. Lift all the toes up. Just bring your big toe down. Try to keep your 4 toes up. Bring your big toe up. Bring your 4 toes down. Keep your big toe up. Stay here if you found that challenging. One more step. All the toes are up. Play the piano starting from the pinky toe. And then a domino effect to his and her neighbors. His and her neighbors. Keep the big toe up. And if you're really fancy, tap the big toe 5 times. Fantastic, guys. Good job.
Yeah, pinky toes go out so wide.
Yeah, I don't. My arms stretch yet, and I can't get my toes to move.
Okay, so your morning routine is to do it yourself. You see how his legs and his arms are relatively parallel. Now when he bends his arm, he's going to go toward